working on Mama's Massey Ferguson 50C today. What are we doing today, Caleb?
We are putting the pump back on first, and then we're gonna bolt the
hydraulic drive shaft?
Yeah. We're gonna bolt the hydraulic drive shaft back onto the engine. And because that broke, so we replaced that.
It didn't actually break apart. We cut it apart to get it off the shaft, but these splines right here stripped out. So we got online and bought a new one, but it had splines all the way down through it, and then it was too large of a diameter. So we took it to our neighbor's and used his lathe and bored out the center, got that working, and then we shaved down the outside, and as we were working on the outside realized that this was off. The hole was actually bored off. So we called and had them return that one, and they told us to go ahead and keep the old piece since it was no good. But we got another one, and we ordered it from Massey Ferguson, and it was supposed to be original equipment, we thought, and they sent the exact same aftermarket part. So we had to do the machine work again with it. And the threads, there was something different between the standard and the metric threads. So the threads didn't actually match, but they almost matched. So we greased up the shaft and just very carefully tapped it on and then pried it off, and tapped it on and pried it off, and now it slides on and off just fine. But when we first got the machine, as you can see down in there, the little yellow shaft, or the coupler, I'm not sure what you call it, flange, bolts to the front of the motor, and it was loose and flopping, and the bolts had all pulled out. So we bought some grade 8 bolts, and then we found 2 of these down inside there, and they're supposed to have a rubber grommet. So we cut out some pieces of heater hose, and that just about fit good. And then we were a couple shy, so we cut a couple pieces of pipe and then put the heater hose on there, and here's one we got ready to go. Had to shave it down with the knife to get it down to size, but we got it all shaved and working, and we actually got this all put back together yesterday. Put the shaft back on, put the hydraulic pump back in place, had it all tight, had the flange on the front tightened up. And then what happened, boys?
And then we didn't have the belt on.
Who forgot that?
Me.
Probably Dad, huh? Yeah. So we got to take it all apart this morning, or Caleb did. And well, we went to town and got hay, and he took it all apart. We got the belt. He's got it partially back on. He's got to get it around the fan for the radiator, and then put the alternator back in place. Hayden, what are you working on?
We need to put a new one of these on the battery cable.
We'll get that in place, and then we'll get that hydraulic pump tightened back up, throw a battery in here, and we'll cross our fingers, and if we're lucky,
it'll work, and we'll have hydraulics.
Yeah.
Then we'll take it to the property and clear land.
Be digging like crazy fools. But we're excited about it. Not sure that Mom's bought the idea that it's for her yet.
We've got one headlight.
Well, it's actually got 2, but one of them works, so that's better than what we're used to, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's taken a little while to get that correct piece, but like I said, we got it. Fortunately, our neighbor had the right stuff, and a new shaft cost like $150, and we found this, the aftermarket part was only like $8 plus $12 shipping and handling. The next one we bought was more because we bought it from the Massey Ferguson dealer, but then they actually sent us the same exact one, so we figured we'd just go ahead and try to make it work. And for all intents and purposes, this one's been on here since 1979, so I don't see why it won't hold up for quite a while longer. Well, that's what we're into today. Hopefully, the end of this video will be have the backhoe up and running and have the hydraulics going. And that's our plan for the day. We'll pause the video and get to work, and we'll see if we get these hydraulics going.
Behind you, Papa?
Moment of truth.
Push her up in there. Watch out.
Try the hydraulic. Woo, doggy. Sure. Set it down. Well, we need to throttle it up some. Start it again. Wait, Hayden, let's throttle it up. Go ahead. Go down further. Down. Our excitement on the backhoe was short-lived. We did get one little culvert down by our driveway pulled out before we blew our first line, which we knew we were going to blow a couple, but this one's pretty sad looking. That one will probably blow next. But the boys are taking that off to change it out, and we're going to run it out to the hydraulic shop, and hopefully before long we'll be back in service, won't we, Isaiah? So that's what our day is about. I got the backhoe going, we're excited about it. It runs. Now we get to start fixing leaks. Like our channel and subscribe.